What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a landscape project. We are headed to a golf course and we will be putting sod down probably tomorrow, but today is prep day. So we got the tractor and tiller, we got our Kubota skid steer, and we're gonna be going up there and just doing some dirt work today, getting it all prepped and ready to rock and roll. And then hopefully tomorrow we can get some sod, and we'll use a sod roller on the front of our loader, I believe. And they're gonna be big rolls, like 3.5 feet wide rolls. So we've never used them before, but we're gonna try it out and see how that works. So stay tuned. We just arrived at the golf course and this place is a mess. So we're unloading the skid steer and we will be trying to level out all these clods before we do any tilling. That's what we're working with. That is some pretty rough stuff. So bad from, they tried to do some work on it when it was muddy. Well, that didn't work at all. And before I can get the tiller in here, we need to get rid of all these high spots. Tractor won't like falling into all these ruts like this. Dark too, so really hope it doesn't start raining. I have looked at the weather, so it looks like it's just light rain. If it does, probably won't affect us a whole lot. But there's a better chance on Thursday, and today is Tuesday. So our plan is to have this all graded today, and then hopefully lay sod on it tomorrow, which would be Wednesday. And that's our plan. And usually, as long as we can get this done, it should go to plan and it should work out. But sometimes it just doesn't work that way either. What I'm doing right now is I'm just knocking all the high spots off, all these ruts, high spots, That way the tractor and tiller can come into here and have a nice smooth surface, because trying to till when it's all rutted up is about impossible. And it's rough on equipment. Bunch of horseweed started growing here too. The tiller is going to take care of those though. So what I'm doing is I'm just running the bucket right along the ground. I'm trying not to dig in, and also when I back drag, I'm just keeping it pretty flush on the ground, so I'm making a nice smooth surface going forward and backwards. Try not to dig too deep. The only spots I dig in are the high spots, like right here. A couple high piles I'm knocking down. And this Kubota 75-3, it is so nice for grading stuff like this, because you can see out in front. Hopefully you guys can see decently. I know it's probably not amazing, but it's just pretty rough ground, and what I have after I'm done back dragging looks pretty darn good. I like to keep a little bit in my bucket, that way it kind of keeps the material out in front of me, pushing it into all the low spots. So when the material is out in front of my bucket and I go over a dip, when that dip shows up, it'll fill in with all that dirt that's just out in front of my bucket. So that's kind of the point of having my bucket full of dirt while I'm grading. And right here is just a really big low spot. What we're working with is there was an old pool. A company came in and tore the pool out and filled it full of dirt. Didn't really pack it down all that much, or any at all. So this whole thing is still settling, and I'm afraid it's just going to settle for the next year or so. But they want it done. It's a golf course. It's a very nice place, and they don't want to have it looking like junk. So we're in here trying to make something out of it. Yeah, this section is just so rough. But if I can keep that bucket full, it does pretty darn good. Smoother than it was, so that gives the tiller a chance to work on what he's going to work on, and I'm going to work on this right next to the building now. I mean, this stuff's just ugly looking. So many ruts and you guys can see that one big rut in the middle. It's going to take me a few passes to kind of fill that in. I'm not working with a whole lot of dirt here. We're going to have to haul some more in later on, but I'm just doing my best to kind of fill it in with all the high spots and whatnot I have here. So this used to be a really big swimming pool, I guess, and they tore it out. I never actually saw what this swimming pool looked like. This is my first time actually coming up to this golf course. And if there's one thing about golf courses, I know they like their stuff looking nice. even sure if a semi-load of big rolls that'll go on the front of this loader, if that'll be enough or not. I'm not sure. Need to do some measuring after we're all done and figure that out. But all right, got a little deep there. Must be a hole, and I just went straight in. So when I got a little deep, I started digging, so I just backed up, dumped the dirt right back in the hole, and put the bucket back on plane, and away we go. See, there's a guy golfing. Wonder if we'll mess up his stride. Weeds kind of took over on this project here. Looking a little shaggy. Mini skid loader, whatever you guys want to call it. I tell you what, if it wasn't for those two things, the projects we get done would not be possible. This big loader just doesn't fit in all the spots like that does. That thing, you can fit that thing in a very tight spot. It's a workhorse. Got some junk in my bucket he's gonna take out of there. So right now I'm going over ruts. I'm going side to side. So the ruts are going this way, I'm going this way. That way it kind of fills them in as we go. I mean, it's not perfect. I'm gonna have to go through and do it again, but it is helping. So there's a whole bunch of wire in the ground, and Dad wrapped it around one of the teeth of our bucket, and now I'm pulling it out of the ground. Not quite sure how far this goes, but closer and get a better bite here. There we go. Got it all pulled out of the ground. Closer on being finished with the, I'm going to call it just a rough grade, trying to get rid of all our ruts and everything. After I'm done with that, we'll just let the tiller do the rest of the work. sod in here, fill in any low spots, get some nice black dirt so our sod hopefully will grow nice and good with that black dirt. I mean, the sod would have no problem on this dirt either, don't get me wrong. We just need some black dirt in all these low spots. Skid loader and you keep digging into the ground, just fill your bucket full of dirt, full of rock, full of whatever you're grading, and just start pushing with that, because all that material will stay out in front instead of come into your bucket, and it'll stay out in front and just kind of fill in all the low spots as you just drive along. So I mean, you kind of have to have a sense of what you're doing as well, but if you're just learning, get your bucket full and kind of go at it like that. It works pretty well. Got a pipe sticking out of the ground there. Running the tiller over everything, and that's just going to turn it to fluff, so that'll be nice to mess with. That's a big rock. Just tried to flip the rock out of where we're going to be tilling, because those rocks are hard on tillers. Working in spots where, you know, people take the day off and you're watching them have fun. It's like, man, I kind of wish I was doing that, but that's the American way. It's always gotta work to make a living, it seems. It's called balance. Balance your fun, you balance your work, you just have fun with all of it. Alright, so as you can see, I got it all pretty much flattened out. Good enough just so we can run the tiller over it as he's doing right now, and it's not rough on the tractor. So I think we're done with the skid loader for a little while until we get some black dirt moved into here.